Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 Manager 23, and today we're taking on the Miami Grand Prix. Let's dive into it. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the series, and we're taking off where we left off last time, which was after the Azerbaijan Baku sprint and normal race Grand Prix. We picked up, well, both drivers picked up points in the sprint and in the Grand Prix as well. A little bit of an error, maybe, tactically with the strategy, not too sure. But, you know, we still got points, which is really good for Haas. And we're going to what is, theoretically, our home Grand Prix, or one of our home Grand Prix, given that we are based out of the United States. That's where Haas is from. So it'll be an interesting one to go to. No real news other than the fact our new underfloor, I think it was that we were developing, our new chassis has been delayed. Everything's been delayed because we had a bit of news on the wind tunnel. If I can find it, it was just after that. It was where was it? It was just after the last race. But we had wind tunnel. Here we go. So we had some irregularities in the wind tunnel. So we approved an investigation which is going to pause all of our projects by 6 days. So yeah, we've gone for that. We're going to see if it reports back anything. I'm hoping the fact that we've investigated early means it won't sort of extenuate into next time. But we do have £18 million to spend, or $80 million I should say. So factory and wind tunnel are temporarily shut down. We've got a 2-star design center, we could upgrade that. We've got a simulator that we could upgrade that probably does need it, suspension simulator, and a car part test center as well. All needs upgrading. The staff facilities, our team hub, needs upgrading. Scouting department, I'm not too fussed about. I don't really use the scouts, and obviously the race simulator as well would be good, but both our drivers are quite old, so the development is a bit lower anyway. So only if we're going to go and recruit a young driver. And then the operations, so weather center, don't have a hospitality area, don't have a memorabilia room, and we don't have a tour center. So I think what we're going to do is go for more is good. So we're going to build a tour center, we're going to build a memorabilia room, we're going to build a hospitality area, we're going to upgrade our helipad, obviously, and I think we're actually going to go and get a weather center as well. In fact, we might just do all of these because they're all so cheap that we can get them all going. So we're going to get all of those done and dusted. I'm probably thinking maybe a team hub as well, increase our team attractiveness, give a bit more morale. I think that's a good thing to do. We are investing lots of money in our sort of facilities right now, and I think for a whopping 10, do we want to do a 10 million investment? 11.5, we could get the next design center, so it gives us a lot more improvements across the board. The simulator gives us improvements as well. Suspension would give us a huge improvement for brake cooling, which I think is huge. Or the car part test center. What have we got? We've got 10 million, 7.5, 11.5, 6. Let's go for the car part test center. Leaves us with £5 million. So I think we will do the race simulator as well. We're just doing upgrades all over the shop in this one. Leaves us with 3.9 million. So now we'll get ready for the race. The front wing, we will just swap that place out with a new one. We'll replace that car part as well. Oh, no, hang on. I want to do that one. Install on car 1, install on car 2. There we go. And that, I think, is our cars. Yeah, pretty much ready to go. Right, I'll go and do practice. Let's go and set some of these. We'll say that we'll get 2 drivers in the top 13. I think that's pretty good. And we'll get both drivers into Q2, which is something that we should do unless something drastic happens. We won't go for the fastest lap, but we will get a finish position streak of number of drivers in the top 15 for 5 races. I think that's pretty good. Then that gives us nearly $1 million. Right, I'll go and do practice. We will be back for qualifying. Okay, so practice is done and some very good setups. Driver prep is 95% set up and 96 for Nico. Looking pretty good. They're both in the high confidence, which is good as we head into qualification for Miami.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Qualifying consists of 3 periods, with the slowest drivers eliminated after each one. With the pressure mounting, who can secure a strong starting position for the race?
Here's Fernando Alonso. Big question, how have things been for him heading into this qualifying session.
We saw them set an impressive lap time in practice, so it's a great start as they move into qualifying. But as we all know, a good performance in practice doesn't guarantee success over the rest of the weekend.
Exactly. Good practice sessions don't always mean good qualifying. But we've got clear skies for qualifying and clear skies for the race as well. So it should be a pretty good one. Now, yeah, again, we're not going to go for full-on power. We're not going to put our brand new stuff in. We will... No, that ERS can still survive. That's okay. The gearbox, 91%. That's pretty good there. There's K-Mag in the background with his weird squiffed up face. Car parts. So engine, 86%. Engine can go in the car. We'll have the ERS there. That one can stay the same. And the gearbox, we'll put the 91% gearbox in there. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. 2 laps. Run plan, 2 laps with no cooldown, run plan again on the soft tyres. Let's head in to qualifying. So about 6 minutes to go. We've actually got Hulkenberg up in 6th, Magnussen in 8th. We haven't brought any upgrades to the Miami Grand Prix, so we're in a pretty good position here. I think we're going to send both drivers out now for their little second stint. We'll go Magnussen, then Norris, and then we'll put Hulkenberg out after that. So they should both be having 2 laps again, 2 flying laps. So hopefully they can get round and set some good times with minimal traffic. Now Magnussen will catch Piastri. Hulkenberg had a bit of Albon in the way as well. But Magnussen is this second lap. Should be pretty clear for him. And
Currently P9.
Doesn't improve. P9, that should be enough to get through. Hulkenberg at the moment looking P7. I don't think he's improved either. No, he hasn't. So not bad. P9, P7 will be through. So we ended up going 8th and 10th. So we are comfortably into Q2, which is lovely jubbly. Let's set this up again. 2 flying laps just to make sure they know what we're doing. We'll put the used tyres on like we always do to start the next round of qualifying. Yeah, like that. And we'll jump into Q2. So both drivers back in after their first stint. We're going to get them back out there again. Just going to reconfigure their setups. Put them on those new tyres. Yeah, we go. New tyres there. Run plan. 2 laps. And we should be good to go. We'll get Magnussen out there with about 6 minutes to go. There's a bit of clear air there for Hulkenberg as well, which is definitely something he needs. And I'm hoping Magnussen's got a lovely bit of toe following Ocon around on a fast lap, which should really help. Doesn't improve, but let's see if he can get a quicker second lap in. Magnussen does slightly improve, so that's good because there's a bit of space. You would imagine Perez will improve in that. Ocon will improve. We'll have to wait and see. Hulkenberg is still on his flying lap, as you can see the Ferrari in front warming up their tyres. Hopefully going to get out of the way of Nico. They do get out of the way very, very comfortably. Nico Hulkenberg currently doing a fastest first sector. Second sector isn't as good as previous. And the third sector, is there going to be a bit of improvement? He's going to cross the line. And it's not an improvement. The first sector didn't help him out. So we're 8th and 9th at the moment, with obviously a lot of other drivers just doing their fast laps. So I was going to say, if Hulkenberg's in the danger zone, but that's because Perez jumped up to 4th, and Tsunoda doesn't improve. So that's both drivers through to Q3, 9th and 10th. So not amazing, but you know, it puts us in a decent position. Not car setup, car part. No, not car parts, car run. Run plan, that's what I want. 2 and 0. And then compounds, we'll put those tyres on again. We'll go flying laps will be 2 like that. And we'll go into Q3. Again, both drivers in, getting them onto fresh tyres. We're going to go for a 1 flying lap on this one. And we're going to do a bit of the manual management again as well. So 1 flying lap, fresh soft tyres for both drivers. And we're actually going to... why can't you go? Run plan? Do I have to do 2 flying laps? I mean, I don't really want to. If I got that and that reconfigures... there we go, we can then send him out. So I think you've just got... there's obviously a little bug. I think there's a little bug there. So we'll go confirm like that. Is that going to let us... right, so we can send them both out 2 minutes 44. So... We basically need to get them going straight away. We'll get them out. And we're going to take manual control for both. As ERS is fully charged. Yeah, good. Right, so we've got Magnussen up first. So he's just going to get around that corner. So deploy, push, attack. Just into, in fact, and we'll get Hulkenberg on it now as well so that he warms his tyres up a little bit. And both of them, as they start this lap, they're going to have clean air in front of them as well, which is absolutely amazing. As Magnussen and Hulkenberg coming down. Magnussen looks like he's going to catch up to Alonso on the straight. Doesn't improve, neither does Hulkenberg. So at the moment it's 7th and 9th, and Russell doesn't improve, so it is going to be 7th and 9th on the grid in Miami.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
The Miami Grand Prix arrived onto the calendar in 2022 with much fanfare, and F1 history is still very much being written here. Drivers have to take chances around the street circuit and hope those chances turn into victory. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
The Autodrome is ready for some serious action today here at the Miami Grand Prix.
Right, so the track is ready. I think we're ready. Just got to do our strategy. So you can do a one stop, medium to hards or hards to medium. Again, I don't know if you can potentially pull out like a soft to medium. I doubt it. Oh, you could. You can. That's 8 seconds quicker. But if we took this one and then went bosh, 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 bosh. Okay, I don't think you can push all the way around. Do you have another set of mediums? No, you don't. So you could go... I reckon you could do that. Push really hard. Ah, no, the mediums don't make it. Maybe we have to do a hard stint in the middle on a strong push. But then start that soft set. I mean, it's asking a lot of those hards. Might be soft, medium, hard is the way to go. I mean, that's saying that's 30 seconds quicker. Well, I guess that's the way to go then. If that is 30 seconds quicker. Right, we'll put K-Mag on that. Maybe it's a bit of a split strategy here because I think... Yeah, he's got 2 sets of mediums. So I think if we went... He's got 3 sets of mediums. If we went medium, soft, I think you can make... I reckon you can just about... If you push them... If we push them fully for a really short stint, or push them a little bit, push these fully. Can you drag that out? That's 28. See, it's saying it's quicker if you run a set of hards, which I find really bizarre. If you put that down to medium, extend this one out, and then extend that out. Is it? Yeah, it's saying it's quicker with a stint on hards. I don't think you can make that work. No, this is... Okay, so Miami's a bit of a bitch. It's a bit of a bitch. So I guess then we do a similar strategy, right? We go softs like that, and then we go... oh, wrong one. Softs to there. I mean, can you go quicker by doing medium, medium? So if you went hard, medium, real full push, full push. Yeah, that is quicker. Okay, so it's quicker to go on the hards and do a full push. So that's what we're going to go with. We are full pushing everything for both drivers. Remember, we had no safety cars and no virtual safety cars in Baku. There'll be a bit of a mix of strategies, I think, in this one. Right, into the race weekend.
57 laps await our competitors here in Miami, so may the best driver win. The Haas driver with a chance to impress a few people here.
Being 7th on the grid gives them a good advantage. This is a great opportunity for points.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. And this is it. The Miami Grand Prix.
This is it then. Time to go racing. As it said, it's a Red Bull and Fernando Alonso again on the front row. And we're looking for a good start here. 7th of 9th is where we started. Can we get Lance Stroll into the first corner? No, we can't. But I think we're going to lose out to Lewis Hamilton off the bat. What's everyone else doing? We've got soft runners, medium runners. Yeah, bit of a mix. Hulkenberg. Have I started him on used softs? What an idiot. What an idiot. But yeah, there you go. We'll deal with that later. I just dropped my pen on the floor, so I'll pick that up in between some of the highlights. But at the moment then, we are still 7th and 9th. So we got Hamilton back. But yeah, the Miami, again, it's a circuit which is quite narrow, very technical, into the Mickey Mouse section, which is just coming up after this DRS zone. But yeah, we just need to make sure we've got a good, powerful car. Hulkenberg's having a look at Russell, and he's not quite got past him yet. But you know, we're on par with the Mercedes. We're having a bit of a constant battle against the Mercedes this season, and that is something I'm definitely not upset about with that one. So strategy is full push and full push, so we should be in a pretty decent situation. Hulkenberg will have to pit first, given that he's on used tyres, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference as we're coming towards the end of the first lap. And again, keeping pace here. Magnussen keeping pace with Stroll. Hulkenberg keeping pace with Russell. Hopefully we get an opportunity to make some moves at some point as they cross the start-finish line and get their first lap done, much to the raucous applause of the fans in that grandstand, I'd imagine. But yeah, we're in a decent position. Again, first lap gone, so let's put the ERS battle on for both drivers, and we'll just let them manage it at the moment and see how we get on. We have a full safety car. Now, as I said, I'm pretty sure they do this automatically, but just to make sure. So this is going to help Hulkenberg out on those old soft tyres. But yeah, full safety car. Don't know why. Not too sure what's happened. Piastri has crashed on turn 12. He's there battling with the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he clips that bit of the wall and then just stops. Is that? I mean, that could be a red flag if he doesn't get that moving or they don't remove it. But Piastri is out of the race, and we are into a safety car early on, and it's too early to really do anything. Yeah, it's too early to do anything. I don't think. Although they are pitting, Verstappen is in. Wow. Okay, the soft runners are coming in off their softs to go onto mediums. So a slight change of strategy. I'd say that's too early. But, okay, soft runners coming in. All of the soft runners coming in for medium. So one team blinked and it puts us up to 4th and 6th. I really don't mind that. I really don't mind that we're up there and we're still on our strategy, which is going to be a good strategy. So, okay, interesting. 2 Ferraris lead the way. Stroll, Magnussen, Russell and Hulkenberg. Okay, so the safety car is ending. We are in a good position to extend our soft stint a little bit. Now, they were on soft, so are they going medium from this point in?
Let's catch them.
Not sure. I don't know if that's going to last. But the race is underway, so Leclerc is just controlling the pack. There's the line. And there he goes. He's off as he gets into the final corner to go down the start-finish straight. But yeah, we've got K-Mag and Hulkenberg in the top 6 now, and we're going to ask them to push as we come down here, as we're looking at the race leaders at the moment. There's Magnussen on the back of Lance Stroll. Verstappen only dropped to 8th, getting those fresh tyres. Alonso 9th, but Perez, Hamilton all got a bit of traffic in the pit lane. They're 13th and 14th. But yeah, at the moment, I don't mind this. It's not really affecting our strategy, and what I feel like we've gained 3 places in the race. Now, I still imagine Verstappen will probably win. You know, they've got good strategy teams. He's got a fast car and he's a very quick driver. But I feel like we're in a good position here. I feel like we're in a very good position after the safety car restart. And maybe we'll get another one. later on as well, which we can definitely then try and take advantage of, as that looks like Pierre Gasly is right on our tail there as Nico Hulkenberg under a bit of pressure from the Frenchman, but we get through it, do all right. Hulkenberg losing a bit of time to Russell, and Magnussen just about keeping up with Lance Stroll as well in these early points after the safety car. So we come back as K-Mag is having a go at Lance Stroll, can't quite get past him, but is doing a decent job there. As you can see, the pit window is just about to empty. Yeah, we know you're faster, K-Mag, but you've got to prove it. They're not just going to let you get past. You've actually got to get out there and get it done on track. Now, I guess we're pitting in a few... We've got quite a few laps left to go until we pit. As I said, Nico was meant to come in earlier, but he's sort of got him back in line with K-Mag's strategy, given that safety car has made he doesn't have to push his tyres too much. And you can see that Russell is just completely dropping off the pace of K-Mag. And Nico Hulkenberg potentially here has a chance to get him with DRS. But I think he's going to be a little bit too far away. If we can get up close in this one, then on the next long straight, he should be in a position to have a proper go at the Englishman in the Mercedes. But yeah, he's going to come down into this tight left-hander, come around here, and then hopefully get his foot down and see what he can do. Now he might need just a little bit. That's the wrong driver. He might need just a little bit of encouragement to say driving clean air, but he doesn't have the DRS open just yet. It'll open pretty soon. As you can see, Russell goes defensive.
Tyres are quite hot, Kev.
And I don't think he's going to be close enough to get it down. So that Mercedes looking pretty quick in a straight line, as Nico is having a little look very close to the rear tyre there of George Russell. Can he make it stick? Okay, Magnussen gets past Stroll into third, which is awesome, as it looks like we're going to get Hulkenberg past Russell as well live on board, which is amazing. And there is Nico Hulkenberg. Obviously, Russell will have the inside for the next bend, but then it's back to Nico with the advantage, and Nico gets it done. So a double Haas overtake. Lovely stuff. Okay, so Nico Hulkenberg comes in for his first stop. K-Mag won't be too far behind him either, but we need a good stop here from the crew to make sure that Hulkenberg doesn't lose too many spots. Obviously, a lot of the medium runners that we were out with also haven't pitted. It was the soft runners that come in. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting, this one. It's going to be very, very interesting as Nico's there. It's a decent stop, 2.7. He's going to come out near the back, but it's a very long pit lane, this one, isn't it? Like 30.6, and we had a good stop as well. So, yeah, interesting this. We're going to come out at the back. He'll have a bit of free air to get this going, but again, it means we can fully push these hard tyres and try and keep this one going. He's got Zhou for company, and yeah, we should catch up to this DRS train pretty quickly with the likes of Sargent, Norris, Ocon, Albon, Perez, and we'll see how we go. But quite a few people still haven't pitted, so yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this one plays out, because I'm surprised they stopped so early, but they did. And it confused me a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So watching K-Mag there on the helicopter cam. He's coming into the pits as well. So he's going to pit before Leclerc, Sainz and Stroll, trying to go for a little bit of an undercut maybe. But yeah, should be all right. Verstappen has cut his way through the field. Verstappen and Alonso both overtook Hulkenberg before he got in. They've only overtaken Magnussen in the pits. But again, hoping for another good stop here. And it's not too bad, 2.7 again, so we're going to be coming out,
just watch out for
in and amongst all this traffic, which won't be ideal, as we're going to be close. Oh, if we can just jump in front of Perez, that would be lovely, and we do. Excellent stuff there from the team. So really, we've come out really far in front of Hulkenberg, so Nico Hulkenberg needs to cut his way through this traffic pretty quickly. So let's get that done with high aggression, Nico, and a bit of a battery deployment as well.
See what you can do.
Because we need to push through this lot. We really do. We need him to be close to Magnussen, because they're on similar strategies, and Magnussen's got that done a lot quicker and a lot better than his teammate. And you know what? I think we're going to go for high aggression on these overtakes as well, because we need to get through this traffic. If we can overtake people that haven't pitted as well, we're going to be in a fantastic position. So on lap 16, 15 laps done. This is lap 16. First pit stop's done of the strategy. Let's see how it works. It's getting very congested down there. That Alfa Romeo of Bottas sort of just in the way, parking itself in the way, as Hulkenberg does overtake Sargent finally. We can watch that on the replay while we're here. Is it just DRS overtake? Oh, he got it into the corner, a bit of late braking. Lovely stuff from Nico. Got it done. I've got to say, I've been impressed with both drivers. I think they've been really, really good this season already, which is good. So K-Mag still fighting with Valtteri Bottas on those used medium tyres. Oh, nearly an incident again. Good on the brakes there from K-Mag to get through that one, but we just now need to make sure they're not completely draining the battery. But yeah, K-Mag in 11th. There's runners in front of them that still haven't stopped, making those mediums run a long, long way. Maybe a one-stopper medium to hards. Who knows? But yeah, we'll make up some places as and when they pit, I think. So, because even look here, Hulkenberg is 28 seconds off Leclerc, and it's a 30-something second pit stop, I think we said. So he's going to be, Leclerc and Sainz, when they pit, are going to be behind us. So, yeah, if we can make this work, we're doing all right. Hulkenberg's lapping quicker than the leaders, and Magnussen is on a 151 because he hasn't done one since his pit stop yet. But, yeah, we're in a good position. I'm happy with where we are at the moment. Okay, so George Russell pits onto the hard tyre. That's got to be a one-stop strategy for them. Medium to hard. K-Mag up into 8th, doing a really good job trying to chase down Lewis Hamilton, although Hamilton is still lapping quicker than him at the moment. Hulkenberg up to 14th, just battling there, as you can see, with Esteban Ocon, who's trying to have a go at him. But yeah, they're making these medium tyres last a decent amount of time. Obviously, we're going to be ending on the soft, so there will be a bit of speed for us at the end of the race, potentially a fastest lap as well. But yeah, Hamilton is pulling away on the hard tyre, so showing his class there. But yeah, if we look at lap times, we've got a 1:36.3. You can see Hamilton's still doing a 1:35.2. But yeah, we're lapping faster than the leaders, faster than Verstappen and Stroll. Alonso's getting a little bit quicker than us. But even Hulkenberg, a 1:37.4 is pretty slow, battling quite a lot with Ocon. Look at this traffic he's in. It's absolutely horrendous, this traffic, and he's got to try and just blast his way through it if he can.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Because not only is it dangerous in terms of being in around this many cars, but the back markers are always a little bit more troublesome to get through. So if we just jump on board here, I'm hoping, is Tsunoda going to get DRS? That's the question. No, Tsunoda doesn't. We haven't got the fastest straight line speed in this setup at the moment, but it is a setup that got good driver feedback, so we've gone for it. As well, look, Albon's just sneaking around. De Vries comes into pit. Yeah, we're just getting boxed up in this traffic. Very annoying, very irritating. We've got to let the drivers try and manage it and get it done as best as they can. But yeah, K-Mag in sort of a little race of his own, really. No one around him, no one behind him, no one in front of him. He can just keep going with these tyres and keep it pretty steady as our fuel now comes back in line, which is good. Okay, we've got one of the leaders coming in. We've also got a car that's spun. I don't know who it was, but Sainz is into pit. He goes onto the hard tyres. Looks like he may have had a little bit of a hold up in there as well. Leclerc still staying out. Is Sainz going to get out? I think Magnussen could take Sainz here. He does in the pits, and he's going to have quite a bit of space and lead over him. But the Ferrari have done that pretty well, pitting Sainz in there on a one stop. Coming out in a bit of space as well, a bit of free air, as Hulkenberg does get up into 9th. Finally gets Albon. I don't know if we've got people. Yeah, Albon, Ocon, Tsunoda, Norris, Sargent, Zhou all still have to pit as well. And yeah, the front runners looking a little bit worrisome. Did Leclerc pit? No, he hasn't pit yet. Neither Stroll, and both of them still keeping pace at the front of the race as well. So yeah, this is a really interesting race. Really strange. It's fun. So Magnussen is having a real go now at Lewis Hamilton. I think the tyre deg is starting to affect Lewis Hamilton a bit. Really surprised these front runners are still out as well. Hamilton is 20 seconds off them, but K-Mag with DRS should be in a pretty good spot to get here. Yeah, I know you're saying in clear air to be faster. We'll put you in clean air next time, so keep going. There you go, you passed him anyway, so stop your moaning. Stop your yapping and get on with it, K-Mag. You're doing really well, mate. You're doing really well. In fact, we're going to try and put a bit of a gap between you and Hamilton and deploy a bit of battery and see if we can get away. Because if he holds up Carlos Sainz,
Copy that.
then we're all right. But 20 seconds is the gap. So Leclerc, Verstappen and Alonso miles ahead of K-Mag. And we just need to see if we can break that DRS, but they're both going to have it there. You can see Lewis Hamilton taking a very defensive line against Carlos Sainz, which we don't mind seeing, because it means he's not attacking us, which is absolutely fine. Hamilton and Sainz really battling there, and hopefully that gives K-Mag a chance to deploy the battery in this section and just pull away more than a second. But Sainz is just going to hang on to that DRS, so we'll stop trying to push it too much at the moment. We have broken actually DRS. Sainz does just get it, he just turns it on. But yeah, really good at the moment. 4th and 9th. Obviously Russell on fresh tyres. But we're going to have those fresh mediums to end the race, and I'm hoping they give us a good bit of pace. So there's a lot still to fight for with this one. As fastest lap does go to Lance Stroll on a fresh set of tyres. But you can see K-Mag is... Yeah, so Sainz has overtaken K-Mag and he's sort of trying to hang on. Not sure if he will or not. Poor old Joe is pitting and is about to get lapped by Charles Leclerc, Verstappen and Stroll. But Sainz on those fresh tyres is making some moves as he sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So Leclerc has finally pit and he's gone on to soft tyres. He's done a medium to soft strategy. Wow, okay. That's it. That's impressive. Hamilton pits in as well. So he's on a similar strategy to us. This will be his second stop. We're not too far off pitting. We're pitting on lap 38, I think. We're on lap 34 at the moment. Hamilton ends on medium, so he's doing similar to us as well. But we know we want to push those mediums at the end. As Leclerc, yeah, one stop doing medium. Maybe he's doing medium soft, maybe. Or maybe he's just doing medium soft, but that is a very bold call. But you can see his lead was so large, he got out in front of Lance Stroll. He's going to be in a great position to attack those front runners later on in the Grand Prix. But I'm still happy with where we sit, 6th and 8th. I'm really happy with that at the moment. And the front runners come in. Alonso and Verstappen come in. And I think Alonso will be going softs, yep. He does go softs, and Verstappen has beaten him out, and he's on softs. Perez comes in off the hard tyre, so yeah, lots of people pitting around this time. He's going to go onto the medium, so a similar strategy for us as well. So I think with Nico, if we go deploy, get him to push on this lap whilst
Mode push. Go with that.
Whilst the pitting stuff is going on, we can put him onto those medium tyres at the end of this one after his push lap
More lifting coast.
and see if we can take some advantage of this, because we do need to push pretty hard here to make this count. What's the difference between... Yeah, so Magnussen's still got 53% tyres left, so I think we keep him out. We'll try and keep Magnussen to strategy, I think, and see how that goes. But yeah, Nico really needs to make hay while the sun's shining and those other people have pit behind him. So here comes Nico for his second and potentially final stop of the Grand Prix, unless there's a safety car or something and we can get onto even fresher tyres under safety car. But yeah, Hulkenberg in the pits. We need a good stop. He's going to drop behind Perez and Gasly and potentially Russell. He should stay out in front of De Vries though. As oh, where is he? Hulkenberg. There he is in the pits. It's a decent stop, 2.7, and the team can be happy with that one. No traffic when he exits, so it's suggesting he's going to come out well in front of Nick De Vries on these fresh tyres. Hopefully he can get some pace up, get back into those points and prove that the strategy was correct. Because if it's not, we're not going to be getting points with Nico, because Magnussen's going to probably pit and come out in a similar position, I would suggest. Magnussen's sort of been better all race, so he may come out a little bit more advanced. We're holding up Alonso at the moment, who's probably desperate to get through. I imagine he'll get us in DRS here, but yeah, Magnussen's had a decent race. Not too upset with how, as I said, both drivers this season early on, but they've both been performing really well, so can't complain too much. And so here comes K-Mag for his final stop of the Grand Prix again, unless there's safety cars or issues like that. But yeah, hoping we can make sense. Hulkenberg has closed the gap
More lift
to Russell
please.
and got that done. But if K-Mag can have a good stop here, where's Hamilton? Hamilton will definitely overtake him. It's going to be close on exit, I think, with some other people. He's not held. It's a decent stop at 2.7. Perez overtakes him. Where's Gasly? It's going to be close with Gasly, I think. If we can get out in front of Gasly in 8th, that would be lovely. And we do clear Pierre Gasly. Not too far off Perez either. So K-Mag can push this, and he's got a decent chance. Let's see if we can close that gap early on.
From tyre point of view, we don't think lift and coast
In
is
fact,
necessary.
actually, let's go balanced. We're going to get those tyres into the temperature, and then we're going to push and see if we can get a cheeky little fastest lap as well, and see how it goes. But yeah, Hulkenberg closing in on George Russell on his used hard tyres. But yeah, I'm just hoping that these fresh tyres at the end are going to give us a little bit more life than everybody else and allow us to get to the point. As you can see, Hulkenberg closing in on George Russell, and K-Mag is going to have basically one lap. He's got a lot of air in front of him. Get those tyres up to temperature on this lap, and then we're going to push it and see if we can get the fastest lap as well. And if not, just close the gap on Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton out in front.
Yeah, we're okay.
We've had... Oh, Hulkenberg. There's a yellow flag. Hulkenberg has picked up. He's got a 10-second time penalty for causing 2 collisions. And he's got minor damage, to his front wing. So I don't think we're going to bother changing that. Oh, he's got a 5-second time penalty there. Is it 2 5-second time penalties?
There's been a crash.
Nico, just as I've been bigging you up,
So here we go.
he was here. Going to have a move.
Tries to get by. And there,
Oh,
the
it just
cars
turns
make
back in on
contact.
him. I think it's only a 5-second time penalty rather than 10.
Gasly's hit the wall somewhere. Not sure where.
Oh no, he's got 2.
For debris.
He's got 2 5-second time penalties. Brilliant. Amazing. Oh, Nico. Right, well, we might as well, I think, edit this strategy, add a stint. Shall we get these? I just need to, yeah, let's cancel that just for a second. I just want to go in here, Hulkenberg, pit options, tyres. Yeah, he's not got any more softs. Okay, let's get him on. Let's just go pit options, new set of mediums, bring him in, get the time penalty done. I know it's right at the end of the race, but I think that's a sensible thing to do, and then we'll push him at the end. So it's all on K-Mag, really.
Okay,
It's all on K-Mag for this one, who does currently sit in 8th with 15 laps to go. So you never know. You never know what could happen. So Hulkenberg is exiting the pit lane in 16th. He should catch Sargent and Albon. It's a bit of a stretch to say he's going to get back in the points. I feel like that could be a bit too far out of reach with his damage that he's carrying as well on his car. We'll just get him to dump all of his battery and go for that. But K-Mag, not really catching Perez anymore. Perez has actually got back into the DRS of Hamilton, which is helping him out as well. So, yeah. It's a decent race. Hulkenberg fucking up has caused us some issues, obviously. I'll tell you what, this isn't too bad. Magnussen is fighting with Hamilton. He's just overtaken him into 7th, and Hulkenberg is reeling in Nick De Vries and Esteban Ocon. So Hulkenberg isn't out of this yet. I think if we get him to just push his battery on this lap and the fuel, he's got some extra fuel in there. Let's do the same with K-Mag as well, just to see if we can pull away from Lewis Hamilton, get a bit closer to Sergio Perez. But Hulkenberg is on a bit of a match. There's a safety car. Oh my word, there's a safety car. With not many laps to go, I think we have to take this risk, right? We've got a brand new fresh set, basically a fresh set of softs. Come on in, K-Mag, you're coming in. You are coming in for this. I sort of feel like Hulkenberg's in a good position with that tyre anyway, so
Safety car, safety car.
I don't know how many laps are left. Is this going to finish under safety car? 53 of 57. Surely it's not going to finish under safety car. Surely it's not. let's just very quickly, just to be safe, flick all this stuff down. As I said, I think they do it
Okay, back off.
naturally anyway.
Copy.
But this is going to massively help out Hulkenberg because he's going to have much better tyres than Ocon, yeah. We're going to try and pit Magnussen for softs, and he should come out in front of Russell.
Let's go
So-
to time, please.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be a very interesting end to the race, isn't it? Because they've not got many tyres left. The only risk will be is that if we pit Magnussen, who's over here, is on like quite far away. If we pit Magnussen and then it finishes under safety car, we're going to be screwed. Because Hamilton will jump us. But let's fast forward to Magnussen coming in. Which should be now.
Thanks, folks.
So Hamilton will go past him. There's a huge
Copy.
gap to Russell. Which means we should be able to pit... Yeah, Russell's all the way down here. So we should come out on fresh tyres behind Hamilton and then overtake him on the restart. That's the plan. That's the plan. And on being on softs with a full push at the end... It's another decent stop as well, which is good. We're just going to all bunch up. So we're going to be right behind Hamilton, Perez, Stroll. I mean, if we get 3 laps of racing in, which we won't because there's 3 laps to go. 2 laps of racing, like that would be very, very good for K-Mag. I think it's going to finish under safety car, isn't it? Is this going to finish under safety car? Because they need to allow lap cars to overtake. Three laps to go. We've got ERS fully charged. Everyone's catching up. It's going to finish under safety car. Bollocks! Lapped cars will now be allowed to, will not be allowed to overtake. It's the last lap, so I mean, absolutely gutting for K-Mag. I know we lost a position, but
Copy.
for K-Mag and Nico both, because Nico was catching the points. It just matters. It just depends if we're going to get any sort of racing. Safety car ending, but I don't think we're going to get any sort of racing because we're not going to get through. We're not going to get past the start finish line. So yeah, it's not going to happen. There we go. It's Magnussen in 8th. We lost the position to Hamilton, thinking it wouldn't finish under safety car, but it did. Bollocks. So Charles Leclerc wins it. Verstappen and Alonso in 2nd and 3rd. K-Mag finishes 8th, drops 1 position. Nico Hulkenberg finishes 11th, drops 2. But yeah, a bit of bad luck in it. Bit of bad. I assumed the safety car would come in with a lap to go, but it didn't. We still sit 9th and 10th in the drivers' standings, which is pretty good. In the constructors, we're still 5th, losing out 4 points to Mercedes, Aston Martin, making a little bit of a dent in the top 4, but yeah, not too much there. Pit stop wise, did we have any quick pit stops? We're still in the 2.7s. We're still not quick. We need to improve that. We really do. So the next race will be Italy, round 6, or race 6 we should say, really. But we got some important news. Wind tunnel dating. Our investigation into the wind tunnel is now complete. We did indeed discover a fault that could have escalated over time. With that resolved, have to start up car part design projects again. Thank you for approving it. Car inspection stuff. So we've got a few things here. Destroyed. Excellent. But we did manufacture some new front wings. So let's have a quick look here. So side pods, we'll just replace that car part. Everything else is not looking too bad. We do need to just make sure we... so do we need install on car 2? We're going to need one more front wing. So let's manufacture one of them on a normal time scale. No need to rush that. Side pods, we'll swap those out. Install on car 2. We need some more of those. So we'll manufacture... next race is in 11 days. Okay, so we'll get a spare. We'll get a spare in for the next race, which isn't too bad. And some suspension. Install on car 2, which is good. So we've got 3 of them. So let's we can't. No manufacturing space left in our factory. But okay, not too bad. Not too bad. So let's fast forward. We'll just get ready for the next race, to be honest, and see what other news we get. Our memorabilia room is done. Excellent. We needed that. So memorabilia construction room is done. So team attractiveness goes up. Oh yeah, we were scouting some staff, weren't we? Scouting team, active scouts. We have 2 head of aerodynamics. So he's not interested in it. It's not a race weekend. And we were scouting Jared Murphy. He's also not interested. Not interested. Yeah, it's not a race weekend now. So not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Open to negotiations is Alessandro Cinelli, who's only 1 rated better than Aaron Melvin. So yeah, that's not looking amazing in terms of who we can attract to the team. Yay, the helipad is at level 2. Excellent stuff. And the chassis design is complete as well. So we'll try and manufacture them, especially now that front wing is done. So can we get... manufacture. Can we get this chassis C2 with... Oh no, I don't want 8. Let's go 4 of them, 7 days time. No, if we rush it, how much is it to emergency manufacture? 2.2. How much is it to rush it? Yeah, it's so expensive, isn't it? So that'll be 13 days, 10 days. I think we just go for that. 13 days and 30 days. 10 days and 20. Got 14 days to Monte Carlo. Unless we just don't bring any upgrades for this and we just bring upgrades for Barcelona. We'll do that because we'll do 4 of them for 3.3, but 2 of them will be done in time for Barcelona, which I think is good. We could... Let's start some research for next year. So our project is in progress. Let's get our rear wing research started for next year. I want to really focus on the car for next year. If we've got a rocket ship next year, that would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? So you can see here it's the low, medium and high speed stuff which is affected. So I think if we went like just focus everything into that for now, I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, we are going to go for that. How many engineers have we got? I've only got 1 engineer, so we'll stick 1 engineer on it. That's not a problem. Yeah, and then is there any more money we could spend on something? Let's get the world's best helipad. Why not? Memorabilia room, yeah, why not? We can upgrade that as well, have a bit more team attractiveness, a bit more of this. So suspension is in low stock, front wings manufactured, chassis design complete, and the helipad upgrade is done as well. Right, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode, but for now, I'm out. Cheers.